Welcome to Wellness Quarters, where wellness lives. My name is Gayle Nowak. I'm your host, Wellness for All, expert leader, and communication and emotional wellness coach. The Wellness Universe is thrilled to bring you this interview series as part of our Wellness for All program because we believe that happy, healthy, and healed humans lead to peace globally. Join us each month for a 15-minute session with our members as they offer insights, practical tools, and actionable advice to enhance your well-being. This pay what you can, donation-based program is supported by generous viewers like you. If you'd like to donate, you can do that now, after we're done, or anytime in the future using the link that I'll put in the chat. And a special thanks to everyone who has already donated. At the end of the show, you'll see a pop-up to leave a rating and review. We're so grateful for yours because it helps us reach more people on their wellness journey. Today's episode is especially meaningful for me. After a year and a half and 32 conversations with extraordinary practitioners, this marks a natural completion for me as host of Wellness Quarters. It's truly been an honor to hold this space and spotlight the wisdom within this community and to connect with so many amazing, wonderful members and practitioners who have gathered together to really forward the mission of Wellness Universe and have the conversations that we have here in this space. And I can't think of a better person to carry this show forward than today's guest. So we've been talking in the green room and we've hit it off. I can't believe that this is our first meeting. I feel like we've known each other for eons, even though we're just getting to know each other right now. So I am so delighted to introduce Gigi Austin. Gigi is a transformational leadership speaker, author, and guide, and the founder of Growth Flows with over 30 years of experience in high-stakes competitive environments. Gigi has developed her signature approach, Leadership Wizardry, blending business acumen, emotional intelligence, and energy mastery. Today, she helps leaders move from exhaustion to energized clarity without sacrificing health, joy, or meaning. And Gigi, I'm so glad you're here. Let's help everyone get to know you a little bit better.
Thank you, Gayle. And Gayle, just a quick word of congratulations for holding this space and really helping to create this wonderful, safe place to learn who the members are. And I am just so honored to pick the baton up. You've certainly set quite a high bar. So I look forward to making you proud.
I have no doubt that you will, and I know everybody's going to be in great hands, and I can't wait to see what this next chapter brings, and I want to hear more about you personally. I mean, we were chatting a little bit before the show started, and one of the things that I read about you is that you shared that from the outside, your life looked successful, but internally something felt disconnected. And I really resonated with that. I had that moment in my own life and I was like, ooh, yeah, that really lands. So can you share what that turning point was like for you or what that experience was like for you and how that inspired you to create Leadership Wizardry?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking the question. Yes, I spent quite a few years, 30 plus, in corporate America and in very high stakes and competitive business environments where, I was one of the few women actually that was part of the leadership team. And, in that environment, I would say that I really pedal to the metal. I was really caught up in the whole, maybe all the way to workaholic. I would say maybe I'm a recovering workaholic. And then I also had like a dose of people pleasing on top of it. So I kind of had a double trouble there. And it led me to like really just being, worn out, like exhausted and really on the outside, like you said, I looked like I had everything. And inside I was bereft, I was just empty and lonely. It was lonely at the top. It was lonely. And I realized that something had to change. And what I realized was it had to be me. So that was the birthplace of the concept that has taken many forms, but now I'm playing with this lovely phrase of leadership wizardry, because I love the idea of the magic of transformation. Magic means transformation, and it's really all about that idea that that with leadership wizardry, you have the ability to change. You get to step into your own magic that you already have, of being able to make a choice, your power to really stand in your own sovereignty and authority, and to be free, like freely make choices from that place where you're free from patterns. And that's life changing. I mean, life changing.
It really is life changing, and I think that it's so important to remember, but also to remind, right? To remember for ourselves that we do have the power of choice, that we are whole, that we are capable, and that we can create change, and that we are powerful creators. And it's delightful to be powerful creators. We might go kicking and screaming about it sometimes, right? It might not go down the way that we want it to go down. And it's one of the things that I really admire about your work, what I've read about it. And so I love the arc in your story about kind of being in the environment, or sort of being in the pattern of burnout, for lack of a better word, and how in our society we sort of wear that as a badge of honor. And I hope I think that that's sort of wearing out its welcome too. That this idea that burnout is simply the price of success. I personally don't think that it has to be that way. I don't think that you have to that you think that it has to be that way. But why do you think that that belief is so common? And speak more about what becomes possible when we challenge that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's been woven into our society, at least here in the States, for a very long time. I mean, since really World War II and before, has been, that whole structure of the game. The game is a game that is set up for people to win and lose. And so it's really only the last little while, probably I guess in the 60s, where we started to crack open a little bit the idea that maybe it's collaborative. You know how they've done those studies where you put a bunch of boys in the room and you put a bunch of girls in the room, and the boys will like play a game to win and lose, and the girls they'll like help each other so that they collaborate so that they can keep playing. So again, now I don't want to get into it's male or female, or that it's that relation, but let's talk about the energy of it. It's the difference between that warrior energy versus what I like to call the guardian energy, or like the marriage between that wonderful ability to be both, to be both structured and flexible, to be both intuitive and also to be on point assertive. Like it's really that blend of both of those major kinds of energies that I think we're ready for. The world is ready for. Leadership is totally ready for. The softening of the blunt edge of this hard piece is done. And I like to say, for me, I think we were talking before that I've been playing with these ideas of these archetypes that like represent energy patterns. And one of the energy patterns that I love is the guardian, which is really the yinned up or the softened up warrior. So it's the difference between the warrior going, I'm going to go out and conquer, and we're going to like, conquer, yo ho ho, and the guardian going, hold on a second, how do we steward these resources? How do we bring that blend in of that, a little bit more of that intuition and those other kinds of qualities, so that we're stewarding our resources and guarding them, so that then we can spend them on the things that really matter. So there you go. There's a little something about leadership wizardry that I've been
Yeah,
enjoying playing with.
I love that. And it kind of reminds me of, I love the descriptors of warrior and guardian, and it reminds me of mama bear. It's like that mama bear energy, right? It can be soft. It can be nurturing, but it also can be like, don't mess with me either.
Right. No,
Right.
we're going to stand for this. We're absolutely going to
Yeah.
stand for this, but that doesn't mean we have to fight.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, I know, we're all in process, and many folks are still very much struggling with stress and overwhelm. And I'm wondering if you can share a practical tool that people can use right now.
Absolutely. Thank you for asking me that. I love practical tools. So one of my favorite ones I have dubbed Pop Quiz. And so this is one of those tools where the mnemonic is where it comes in play. So I'm going to use the example of the energy of, you can use it with emotions or situations or circumstances. I'm going to use it for the emotion of that I'm sort of feeling right now, which is some combination of excitement and fear and a little bit of nervousness. So I'm just going to demonstrate with that. So it's pause, observe, pivot, and question. So here it is. All right. So I'm going to take a pause. That's it. By the way, if you don't remember anything else, pause is so big. Just pause, take a breath. I love to feel my feet on the surface, on the ground. Just pause. That pause calms the nervous system, just allows for some of that possibility of choosing something different. Then observing, like, oh, my body's experiencing this vibration that feels a lot like, I kind of label it, feels a little bit like nervousness or, maybe a little fear. Okay, so now I'm going to pivot rather than away, because one of my things that I've loved to do in the past was kind of kick it to the curb and go, I don't want to feel you, so I'm not going to feel you. And then, of course, what happens is it comes up and bites you in the butt, right? Twice as hard. So instead, you pivot and you go, okay, I see you. You must have a message for me because you are very vivid and you are right here for me. And so then we have a little question, a little quiz. So what is your message? What is it? Fear, excitement? What did you have to say? And for me, when I feel something like fear come up, what it is for me is it tells me it's something that really matters to me. And usually it has a little sense of preemptive loss. Like, I'm going to lose something here, like my reputation or I'm going to mess up or I'm going to lose the flow or I'm going to lose control. And so what I love to do is say, well, all right, let's get into the moment and let's really lean into, how can you lean into the process? What's the process of what are you doing right now? And I'm like, oh, it's listening deeply to the questions Gayle's asking me. It's listening deeply inside to what I really feel the answers are that want to be shared. So Pop Quiz, that's the name of it. And Gayle, if it's all right with you, I'm going to pop into the public chat a free offering for people that is on the Wellness Universe platform.
Yes,
that is a free class on emotional self-mastery, and it uses the Pop Quiz tool that we just talked about. And please note that you need to use the code intro free in all caps in order to have the class. It's a 40-ish minutes, I think.
What a great tool. I love the pause. I love working with the emotions instead of, suppressing them or avoiding them. Our emotions are our GPS system where let's make friends with our feelings. I'm 100% on board with that. I love that Pop is really easy to remember as well. So please go grab that tool. And, we know people are going to be able to find you here each month hosting wellness quarters, but for those who want to go deeper with you, can can you share how they can connect with you outside of Wellness Quarters, either through Wellness Universe or your website, whatever links that you want to share here, where people can connect with you?
Absolutely. I'm just going to pop them here into the chat. There they are. So there are just different ways that you can reach out to me, and lovely to hear from you. You know, you probably noticed that a lot of my contact information's in the name of Jill, which is the corporate name that the whole world has known me for. Gigi is the name that all my communities know me as. And so that's why you see the blend between those two names. It kind of represents actually the blend between the my practical, traditional, structured, you know, corporate side, and my you know, wellness practitioner, wellness author and speaker side.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that and making the distinction and the connection between Jill and Gigi and the corporate and the more social and esoteric. I love that. And, you know, one thing that I want to say here too about just specifically about this series is that wellness reaches beyond the individual. I think it starts with the individual, and then it shapes how we lead and how we work and how we relate to one another. And Gigi, I really believe that your work speaks so beautifully to that intersection. And I can't think of a better person to continue these conversations. So thank you so much for sharing time and presence and your vision with us today. And I'm truly grateful to be leaving Wellness Quarters in your very capable hands. I want to thank everybody who's joining us live today, those watching the replay. And I want to really deeply thank the team too, Leah Skirtle, Anna Pereira, Jeanette Stewart, all the guests who have made this show possible and who will continue to make this show possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's meant so much to spend this time with you over all these months and these couple of seasons. And please be sure to join us next month as Gigi continues the series as your new host. Until then, take good care of yourselves, take great care of each other, and be well, everyone.